Athletics on the road as Oakland goes up against the Baltimore Orioles. This is 2K Sports.
That's right, Genie. It's next year on 2K Sports. Let's get ready.
Baltimore
for
is the site. Oriole Park's the home of the Baltimore Orioles. Great pitching. Tim Hudson's his name. He'll make the start. Glad to have you join us. Tuesday night edition of Major League Baseball on 2K Sports. The starting pitcher, Sean Markham. Steve, what's he got on his mind now as he takes a look at Oakland today?
Quality right-hander on the mound against this lineup. He should be able to get the outs he needs to come away with a victory, especially if his offense gives him some run support.
Here's a look at the offense for the Athletics, presented by Pepsi. John, who do we keep an eye on?
Well, every time Alex Rodriguez steps in the batter's box, you expect him to do something special. And today, he's expected to be a factor in this game offensively. He's got power to all fields. He can hit for average. He can steal a base on occasion. He doesn't run as much as he used to, but he is the complete package when it comes to a baseball player.
Up now, the center fielder. Last game for the A's, they won. That made it 2 for 3 after trading games 1 and 2 of the 3 games set against the Giants.
Well, this team's been playing pretty well recently, 6 and 4 in their last 10 games.
Markham with the delivery. Slider swung on and missed. 0-1. You extend this kind of a streak out and you realize you could win 96 ball games, winning 6 out of every 10.
Well, 96 ball games going to win you a lot of divisions or get you in the postseason one way or another. And you can't argue with this. Let's just see how they do today.
Lays off the cutter. Good pitch, but it's 1-1.
This cut fastball is a very effective pitch for this guy because it allows him to set up all of his other pitches.
Yeah, absolutely. I think if you win a lot of games during a Major League Baseball season, it's such a long season.
Fastball in the dirt that time. He stays off it.
I think the one thing we've learned about the Baltimore Orioles over the years, they've lost a lot of games, but watching them play in 2022 was amazing. They really showed that they could play with the best of the best. Never Mancini.
2-1 pitch. That one swung on its line. And the leadoff man of this ball game's on board. See if they get it started early. Now we'll take a quick look at the Orioles and how they are positionally on the diamond. Who do you like out there, Steve?
Carlos Beltran has the tools to play the outfield and the instincts to play the game. He runs the ball down on the gap, and he gets it in quickly with a very strong arm.
Yeah, the thing about Carlos Beltran in his MLB
and Jose Reyes.
He's a big reason why the Mets
over his career, a solid 385 off Baltimore.
It's a big reason why. 2004. Well,
here's the pitch.
Good
pitch as he's late on that one. 0-1.
I don't know if you got a chance to see his last ball game, but he picked up 2 hits in that one. Swung the bat well.
Yeah, I think the thing about Jose, he's about confidence, and when he's rolling, he
gets him to commit to that pitch, and he's down 0-2.
Well, his timing is just off right now. He swung way late on that cutter.
He sure did. And the thing about Sean Markham, he's a great curveball pitcher and a fastball.
Smacked that one. Long fly ball, but it's a foul to the left. Good cutter. Swung on and missed for the first out.
With 2 strikes, the hitter wanted the fastball. He got it, but didn't do anything with it.
And the important thing is, Steve, he took a swing at it.
And it's Albert Pujols now with 1 away.
Well, there's only one thing to say about Albert Pujols, and that is he's the best in baseball, bar none.
Well, this is what you want. You've got speed on first base, tie ball game. You have to do what you can to get him in scoring position. Let's see if they get him going.
Absolutely.
1-0 count. He took that last one, and it was out of the zone. Always remember when you watch Albert Pujols play, you are looking at a future Hall of Famer. Enjoy the view.
Every time he comes up, you should take notice because you know he's going to play a lot more years, but you don't want to miss any of them. The great thing about Albert Pujols is he hits for a high average, he hits for power, but only 64 strikeouts. He's one of the few players that gets embarrassed when a pitcher punches him out.
Yeah, he rarely strikes out. There's a reason he got 700+ home runs in 2020.
Boy, excellent movement to the cutter, and it's 1-2.
Boy, that good late movement down, that cut fastball, unbelievable action on that pitch.
And they pitch out. Nobody's moving.
But you look at the career of Albert Pujols, and you look at the career of Mark McGwire, look at the career of Frank Thomas, and the likes of Rafael Palmeiro. The thing about these guys, they hit for power, they hit for average. You know what? And they got batting titles. The average of those guys have always been good throughout their careers. Home runs, no problem.
He delivers. This one foul back.
I think the biggest problem Albert had with the Angels, I think, was the ballpark, and I think it was the way in the American League.
You're out. Strike 3. Pujols swings and misses, turned away empty-handed.
Well, 2 strikes, you have to try to fight off this pitch. You have to think away and adjust in. They went away, but he couldn't make contact.
That's what happened. Strike 3. See ya.
And Ken Griffey Jr. Last year, for him, 286 against the Orioles. A runner on first with 2 outs.
Well, Griffey's just lighting the baseball on fire. 19-plus home runs this season.
Slider just misses 1-0.
Well, when you're a Hall of Famer like Ken Griffey Jr., I remember when he came on the scene back in the 80s playing with his dad in Seattle. That was a great moment. And then when he won the Home Run Derby in 1993.
And Griffey Jr. swings and misses at it. That'll even it up.
Well, if you're going to be late on the fastball, you're going to have trouble hitting up here. He's struggling right now.
Swung on and fouled away.
Now, I remember when I was a kid, I went to movie theater to watch Little Big League. Guess who was on the Seattle Mariners? Randy Johnson and Ken Griffey Jr. That was an amazing feat to see.
The 1-2 pitch.
Leads in the movie.
And Ken Griffey Jr. swinging right through it. That's strike 3. No runs at a base hit. They leave 1 man on at first. And first chance next for the O's. Oakland starter for our ball game. What is it about this Baltimore lineup that they'll be looking for from him today?
Well, veteran Tim Hudson out on the mound. You know the name of the game is the sinker ball. He tries to keep the ball down in the zone with movement to get ground ball out. Then when he's ahead in the count, he'll go to the curveball or slider to put hitters away.
So Brian Roberts leads it off.
That's the thing
In
about
their last contest for the O's, they were hoping to take the series after splitting games 1 and 2. They ended up grabbing 1 game only against the National.
Well, right now this team is languishing at the bottom of the barrel. Manager really disappointed about their last place position.
Straight away left. So Roberts is down.
I think the important thing is it might be last right
starting the lineup.
They
Here's
work
how the
hard.
Orioles look. Now, John, anyone in particular we should keep an eye on?
Well, inconsistency has been the key for Stephen Drew over the first few years of his career. But I tell you what, he has one of the prettiest swings you're ever going to see in baseball. And look for that swing today to hopefully produce some runs.
Absolutely. You know,
And
watching
Worth
the Phillies years playing
This year, the
baseball.
Athletics are hoping to play a little bit more consistent baseball and really improve upon their 2009 showing, especially their play on the road.
Yeah, the thing about the Oakland A's in the 2009, they did struggle. And I watched a few of their games that year. And even in 2010, they got a little bit better. But in 2009, I know the flaws in the franchise. They've always had great pitching. It's just the bats have never caught up to the hit. You know, you look in the 2000s with Hudson and Zito and, you know, Rich Harden and, of course, you know, Mark Mulder. And, you know, the pitching's always been there, but the bats have never really caught up. And you think about Miguel Tejada when he won the MVP in 2003, that was an amazing year for that player. And he punted off to a big contract with the Houston Astros. I don't think he was ever the same after he left Oakland, but that happens with every player that wins the MVP from Chris Davis down in modern times. It's just not the same. But I think Matt Olson and Matt Chapman, you saw him one with the Blue Jays. Matt Chapman's got the best start of his career. Matt Olson went to the Braves last year, and it's just been amazing. You know, so that's what happens in baseball.
It's strike 1. Can't make contact on the fastball. Part of the bad showing for the A's in the 09 season was a 35-46 road record where they really were out offense. The opponent's offenses outscored them 413 to 357.
Well, and that's going to be a problem again in 2010. They just have to figure out a way to, if they're not going to hit the ball out of the ballpark, how can they manufacture runs? They have a lot of guys on that team. You know, even when Matt Holliday was there before he got traded to St. Louis, they were basically a station.
Line towards second. And he pulls into first base with that base hit. There's 1 down here.
Oh, he's had a big swing and a hit out there for Jason Worth. You know, the thing about Jason Worth, he's always been a guy that if he needs to hit a home run, he'll hit the home run. He needs to get a double.
Action going right now for this team. A single here with 1 out. Little bit of momentum. Let's see if they can bring him across.
And Bush is in the box.
Yeah, I think that's a big hit. You think about that piece of swing there, John. You always have to have belief. And I think with Rich Bush, this young superstar on this team for the Orioles, they have a chance in this game.
He swings on that 0-0 delivery, misses the fastball. Strike one.
One thing that's great about the Oakland A's when you're watching them play in the 1990s, when they won the World Series in 1989, I remember watching that one. That was the Earthquake Series. I remember watching that series, and seeing how they learned from losing the World Series against the Dodgers. Dodgers were just insane that year. Kirk Gibson, Howard Hershiser. It was special to watch. I was only like 6, 7 years old back in those days, but when they lost the World Series to the Cincinnati Reds, that was amazing. They were picked to win that World Series, no problem. But at the end of the day, when you play in any baseball game or even football game, anything can happen. You just gotta show up.
Hot shot towards the hole. To Pujols. That's the second out of the inning. Now we'll take a quick look at the A's, how they're taking the field defensively. And Steve, scouting anyone here?
Now, Gary, we talk a lot about Albert Pujols' offense. Well, his defense is just as good. It's because of hard work. He's worked to make himself a quality first baseman, and that's exactly what he is.
Permniak is up now. 2 outs and a runner on second. Hit in the air to center field. That looks like a single. And here's Worth heading home. And he's in there.
What a great piece of hitting right there and a big RBI. You put your team in the lead, and a lot of times it's too much for the other team to overcome.
And in the batter's box, it's Ramirez. Well, they've done themselves quite a job here. This is a nice push at this point of the ball game to get out in front. Line towards first. And that's the third out. Pujols grabs it. Off to a good start here. They put one over in the first. Baltimore is out in front, 1-0. And here's Alex Rodriguez.
Third baseman, number 13, Alex Rodriguez.
Swing and a miss on that curveball. It's 0-1. Hit 6 for 21 last year off the Orioles here at Oriole Park. Here's the pitch. Ball! And Rodriguez looks at that one for a ball. That'll even the count.
Now, if you're going to miss, this is where you want to miss. Throw that breaking ball at the bottom of the strike zone. If the hitter swings and puts it in play, it's a ground ball out.
Good spot for the cutter that time. 1-2.
Well, as a hitter, if you're looking for something off speed, you don't swing at anything hard. And that's what he did. He was
a swing and a miss. Strike 3, but a chance at first. And there's the throw down to first base, and they got him.
Nice play by the catcher. Time to get out of the crouch and get it over to first base ahead of the batter. Sometimes these things can get away from you. He did a great job keeping it in front.
Good hustle and a great arm. It's going to be Andrews. 1 out, bases empty. Markham with the delivery. Foul straight back. There's a swing and a hit. This one's to Beltran. Now it's 2 away.
Just take a look at the Baltimore Orioles and how they're ranking in the American League right now. Second in home runs, third in walks, and they also show up in the top 5 in batting average with runners in scoring position. A real tribute to their patience at the plate. It's about discipline and making the pitcher bring the ball over and then hitting in the clutch.
And Luke Scott to bat. Looking at the numbers last year, 269 against the Orioles in games in Baltimore. And strike 2. Markham has him right where he wants him.
Oh, what a great curveball right there. You see how he fooled the hitter and got him way out in front.
Can't connect on that. Scott, a big cut up empty. Nothing doing here in this half inning. Still got the shutout here at Oriole Park. We'll have the 6, 7, and 8 hitters coming up next. Harris is the batter now. He'll start the home half of the second.
Number 74, Vic Harris.
He sends this one in the air towards center. One away now.
Let's take a chance here right now to see where the Athletics sit in the American League. First in home runs, first in runs, and they're also the #1 team in slugging percentage. That ability to drive the ball in the gap and take the extra bases. It's all about power and slugging for this lineup.
Smoke at the plate. Hudson with a windup. That one's on the ground, but he gets it in front of him. Now the 1-0 pitch. Hit in the air to center field. The catch is made.
For the Baltimore Orioles, center fielder, number 18.
Now with 2 outs, here's the chance for Carlos Beltran. The career numbers for him, 371 off Tim Hudson. That's in the dirt. He traps it. Here's the 1-0. He sends this one in the air towards center, and that gets down for a base hit. That will bring Stephen Drew up. And to look at the hottest lineups around the league right now, our State Farm leaderboard. Right now, our State Farm leaderboard. Highest batting average over the last 10 games. Number 1, the Orioles. Second, the Indians. Royals held the 3rd spot. 4th, the Jays. And at number 5 on the list, the White Sox.
Now some of the best hitting teams in baseball right there. Teams that understand, put the ball in play. Don't try to do too much. Use what the pitcher gives you to pick up a base hit.
It's time to get it done. Baltimore, let's see if they can.
Number 1.
Well, this is a tough piece of hitting right here. The ball in on his hands, able to fight it off and drive it the other way.
And that's a quintessential kind of inside-out base hit. And Brian Roberts up. Right there in the top 5 in home runs. And another hit back-to-back. And Beltran crosses the plate. Baltimore, keep it going. They
Number
are.
33, Jason Worth.
Well, now after giving up 3 straight hits, the manager has to start thinking about getting somebody up in the pen.
Here's Worth's first look. And he watches the low pitch from Hudson. The 1-0 pitch. Lets the 1-0 pitch go by. 1-1. Here it comes. Swing and a miss on the sinker, and it's 1-2. And the sinker swung on and missed. Side retired. So Tim Hudson, he's out of that inning. Given up a run each of the first 2. And the Athletics coming up next. We'll be looking to the leadoff batter later on in this inning, another AB. Things have been going right for him. His ball club today, last half inning, they proved productive. Now they're looking to expand that lead. It's going to be Wieters.
Had a real strong offensive game last time out. 3 big base hits.
Markham with a delivery. Takes a swing at that fastball. Can't connect. 0-1.
Boy, that's some kind of fastball down in the zone right there. The hitter has to be ready for it or he's got no chance to hit it.
Strike 2. No balls. 2 strikes. Matt Wieters. Watch that strike zone.
A great changeup right there. You see how far out in front of it he is?
Can't connect on that one. Matt Wieters, he's empty and gone.
That's how you use your fastball, using it very effectively. 2 consecutive punch-outs.
And we've got Parker batting. 1 out, nobody on. And a swinging strike on the first pitch by Markham. 0-1. Here's the pitch. A smash between short and third. And it's going to be a good weekend. Starting on Saturday, it'll be John Lackey and the New York Yankees. They take on the Cleveland Indians. The action gets started at 4 Eastern.
Looking forward to that one, Gary. That's going to be some kind of ball game to tune into.
Base is empty and 2 down. The first pitch. Fastball is in there. It's 0-1.
Oh, that's a quality fastball right there, just pounding the strike zone down and away. He had no chance to put that one in play.
Good cut fastball that time. He's in control with the count at 0-2.
Boy, that good late movement down, that cut fastball, unbelievable action on that pitch.
Fastball swung on and missed. Side retired. And so out of the inning, only 8 pitches thrown. That's pretty efficient. Still unable to score. Oakland still 0.
Leading off the bottom of the 3rd inning.
And Bush is in the box. Grounded out last time.
Number 69, Rich.
And the first pitch. Line drive fouled off towards first. Ball. Catcher gets a hold of that one in the dirt. Here's the 1-1. That swung on and flied to right. That should be a base hit.
Well, anytime you can get a guy on base who can steal bases, it puts so much pressure on the opponent. Let's see if they can get him around to score a run.
You've got to keep the opponent close when you're behind. You've got speed on first base. They better keep him close. If he gets in scoring position, it may just add on to this lead.
Swung on, a fly ball heading towards the corner and right. That's one away. Here's a look at the standings in the Eastern Division races. May's winding down. Brought to you by State Farm. In first place, it's the Yankees. In second place, it's the Red Sox. Blue Jays in third. Fourth spot, the Rays. And for the Orioles, last place.
Now, last season, a struggle for Baltimore, and another one this year again. And you never come in expecting a down year, but I would think everybody was fooling themselves if they truly thought this team could be competitive.
Solid contact made, but that foul ball up in the air is going to be off on the right side. Hudson with a windup. A shot up the middle, and he grabs this one. And they get 2. Great double play. No runs, 1 hit, and no one left on base. Baltimore 2, Oakland nothing. 2-hole to get things started next.
Leading off the top of the 4th inning.
Dugout shot there, Bob Barron. He knows he's going to have to get more innings like that last one and have some production to tie this one up. And it's Jose Reyes in the box now. Markham with a delivery. That one goes foul. And it's 0-2. Reyes is going to be swinging at anything close.
Into the 4th inning, clearly pitching dominating this lineup right now. Look, he's only given up 1 hit, and they just have not had quality at bats against him. He's making it look easy.
Down on strikes there. Nice piece of pitching work.
Now we're going to get another look here at that cut fastball here on K-Can.
And it's Albert Pujols now with 1 away. Always a marvel to watch. You just know the opportunity for him to put the ball in play is there anytime he's at the plate. That one's going to be outside. Ball 1.
Obviously, he's a major force in this lineup. They want people to get on base in front of him so he can hit it out of the park.
Here's the 1-0. And he looks at a slider that's in there. 1-1. 7 for 13 career off the Orioles. Here's a swing and a fly ball. They trim a bit off that deficit. A solo shot, only 1 down.
Well, you saw right there, Gary. I mean, Albert Pujols is one of the greatest home run hitters of all time, and he showed it there once again. And he showed it in the home run derby last year. He had a few home runs in his last home run derby.
Now, listen, it doesn't matter how far you hit him. If you hit him right down the line and over the wall, it's still a home run.
And that's one situation where being a pull hitter has its advantages.
Now, no question about it. And this guy can hit it anywhere, though.
That's right, man. And the thing is, he extended those arms. He has one of the sweetest swings in baseball. Never mind He's had, what, 720 home runs?
Well, the A's have to be happy they're
Not
leading
too bad
into
for
this league.
Albert.
Now they know they're within striking distance. Try to
Boy,
add on
all
to it,
of
see if they ultimately can't take it over.
Here's the pitch to Griffey Jr.
So far this season.
Swings on that first pitch, misses the fastball, 0-1. And it's called fight. It's called seeing the full game in front of you. That's what's happened here. Now they're coming back.
And they're doing it early, so they know they've got more time, but you cut the margin now, you pass them later.
And strike two. Markham has him right where he wants him.
The pitcher's way ahead. He's got some room here now to play with some pitches. Don't be too fine giving him something good to hit.
Yeah, it's all about getting the right pitch to him.
The pitch. He got him. That's 9 Ks now.
That's a pretty fast pitch right there, and hard to get that much break on it.
That was not a good-looking swing on that pitch.
Well, good at bat starts with good swings, and bad at bats end with bad swings. And I think he'd want that last swing back if he had the choice.
And here's Alex Rodriguez.
Well, see, right.
Great season, top 10 in RBIs.
Well,
here's
really
Rodriguez's first look. There's a strike from Markham, now 0-1.
Yeah, the thing about Rodriguez, when all his MVPs back in the day, he didn't compare to when he won the World Series in 2009.
That's a strike for an 0-2 count. Rodriguez has got to protect.
That changeup away is one of the most effective pitches because when the hitter's fooled, he starts to pull off the ball. He can only hit an inside pitch. He can't possibly reach the outside pitch unless he breaks down his swing.
Absolutely.
Well, they chip away, grabbing an important run with that solo big fly.
That's what's great about
Yeah,
Al.
he's showing some fight. They're gaining ground here.
He knows how to hit.
Looking ahead, 6, 7, 8. They're due up. And if you've just joined us, our broadcast of Major League Baseball on 2K Sports with John Kruk and Steve Phillips. I'm Gary Thorne. Harris in the box. He'll lead it off here, bottom half of the fourth.
Well, the former Oakland A prospect, Vic Parrish, he's kind of struggled. He played for the River Cats for a bit, but he hasn't really done much tonight. He needs to get something going.
Well hit towards the middle. Makes its way through for a single. Here's a look at what's coming up for the A's. They wrap up this Baltimore series on Thursday. Following that, they'll be on the road to play the Tigers and one of the game's best hitters, Miguel Cabrera. That series bound to be competitive. That's Friday through Monday. And they'll be taking on the Red Sox in that bat of David Ortiz. Great series there. There's quite a few road games coming up, and that's always challenging. Small
Another Hall of
batting now.
Famer, Big
Flew out
Papi,
last
David
time.
Ortiz.
Runner on first.
When you think about the Boston Red Sox, you think of Manny Ramirez, you think of Pedro Martinez, you think of Derek Lowe, you think of Kurt Schilling. You think of those when they won those World Series, it was special. They broke a curse. They broke a record. When you think of Bill Buckner in 1986, when the Mets beat him, went right through the wickets. I remember watching that game on ESPN 30 of 30. It was pretty amazing watching that. But, the Red Sox have shown over the years, they're fans, some of the best fans in the world, You see with the Boston Bruins, setting an NHL record with 133 points, 63 wins, the most wins in NHL history, more than the Detroit Red Wings did in 1998 when they won the Cup, back-to-back 97, 1998. But you never know, anything can happen. You have Connor McDavid getting 150 points season, first time since 1996. Maryland Lemieux and Yamamoto both got 100. One got 148 points, and Maryland got 156 or 155 point season. But it's not easy to get that. It's pretty amazing.
And the first pitch, hit in the air to center field. One down. Here's your late May look at the race in the West, brought to you by State Farm. It's the Angels in first. In the second spot, it's the A's, Mariners in third, and it's the Rangers in fourth. There's one on. Here is Carlos Beltran.
Well, for Carlos Beltran, you just throw away the 2009 season with the Mets. Injuries, he tried to play through him with that knee injury, eventually having to get surgery on that knee. He did come back at the end of the season to try to play and perform. That just tells you what kind of competitor he is. When the team was going down the tank, he was willing to come back from injury and try to help.
Yeah, he sure did there, John. And the thing about Carlos Beltran, it was a pretty severe knee injury. The NL MVP from 2005, You think about Carlos. He signed that big deal with the Mets, and he really wanted to help his team win a World Series. They did struggle in 2008, but in 2009 he did try to make a comeback. They didn't do too well in the playoffs, but Carlos just showed his heart, and he's still one of the game's greatest players, as far as I'm concerned.
Fresh count on Beltran. Here it comes. Swung on, grounded towards the hole. Fantastic chance here. For Beltran, the question is now what? After the injuries, a disappointing season in 09, is the player that they saw there 2 years ago still there?
I really think there is, and I saw a different Carlos Beltran. The injury caused him to be a lesser player, but when he came back the last couple weeks of the season to try to play games for the New York Mets when they were so far out of it, having in the middle of a dismal season, that showed me how much he cares.
Yeah, that's the thing about Carlos. He still loves the game. And to see him, he's back in management in Major League Baseball. And with Carlos, he loves the game. And I see him in broadcasting. He's done pretty good at that too. But he's back in management, running a baseball team and helping them trying to win. I think that's the most important thing in baseball. If you're a Hall of Famer, if you're a great player, you can still contribute in the game of baseball. The second World Baseball Classic, seeing Japan win over USA, that was a great series. Shohei Ohtani showing he still got it, former MVP. He's got off to a pretty good start this year. Mike Trout and the Angels. So, anything's possible. There's been talk of Shohei maybe getting traded, but we'll see what happens. And his next deal is going to be pretty huge. I think he could be a Dodger. We're saying that.
Hudson with the windup. That one misses. It gets away from the catcher. And they'll just have to sit on this one, so everybody's safe. He makes contact, line drive. And that'll retire Drew. The first runs in easily. The teams who have been reaching home the most over the past 10, courtesy of State Farm. The Orioles, number 1. Second, the Indians. The Royals, third. A's, fourth. And the Mariners, fifth.
Neither clubs had any trouble putting up runs on the board over the last 10 games. Offense has been firing on all cylinders.
First pitch to Roberts. Roberts makes contact. That'll be fouled off. Now Hudson with the 0-1 pitch.
1-1.
That one's in the dirt. Nice stop. The 1-1 now. Hit sharply towards the hole. He'll throw on to first, and that'll do it for this half inning. So they score once on 2 hits, 1 man left. Baltimore leads it by a couple. Due up 6, 7, 8 in the lineup. It's going to be Andrews. He'll get us started here in the 5th.
Number 22, Malcolm Andrews.
First pitch on the way. Swings and misses the slider. 0-1.
Well, this is just one of those pitches right there that he had a chance to put in play, but his indecisiveness caused him to hesitate. And when you hesitate, you are lost, especially in the batter's box.
Well, he gets out of the way right there. If he hadn't been, he'd be headed to first base. Sometimes you have to take one for the team.
Swing and a miss on the slider. 1-2.
Well, this one here was no doubt about it. The late break on that slider. I mean, what a devastating pitch, and the hitter just couldn't catch up.
And that one hit well. Worth's there. This one's going to be fielded by Roberts. 1 away. And a quick look at how Baltimore's schedule is shaping up. This Oakland series ending on Thursday. They look to repeat against a team they had success against in the last series, the Blue Jays at Rogers Center. That'll be a 3-game series. After that, they face a rival within their AL East division, the Yankees, hosting that one. So they'll be on the road quite a bit over this next stretch. And here's Luke Scott. He's no stranger to playing in this stadium. Fans are aware of it, that's for sure. First one to Scott, the delivery. Ball! This is a low and away pitch for ball 1. The 1-0 now. Swung on and missed by Scott to even it up. Lined foul towards third. The 1-2 on its way. Struck him out. That's going to be 11 in the game. Well, there's some great pitching right there, John. Only 4 to put him away.
Well, yeah, and that's a great thing. Anytime you can preserve your pitch count and get a quick out by a ground out or a fly ball to get it done most efficiently. But when you need a K, it's there.
Markham with the delivery. He waves at that breaker and misses, and an 0-1 count.
Well, if he wants to strike out, he's going to the curveball. It's one of those ones he can break down in the dirt. He gets so many swings on it, but he's got to trust his catcher.
Got him. That is strikeout number 12. Not a lot of action in this half inning. Nothing on. The Orioles still enjoying the lead. He has to be happy with the work on the mound, especially that last inning. Insurance run so important. And Jason Worth to lead it off. He's hitting .333 lifetime off Tim Hudson. He sends this one in the air towards center. And that's number 1.
For the Baltimore Orioles, left fielder, number 69.
And Bush is in the box. 1 for 2 in the ballgame. Base is empty, 1 out. And the first pitch. Pitch in the dirt, blocked by the catcher. Here's Hudson's 1-0 pitch. Fastball waved at, missed, 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. There's a swing and a line drive. And it gets down. That's hit number 2, making good contact.
Well, with 1 out here and a guy on first base, the last thing you want to do is hit into a double play. Let's see if he can stay away from that.
1 out. Runner on at first. Here's the pitch. Curveball. That's in the dirt for a ball. Pauses, and now the 1-0. He watches that fastball. It'll even up the count at 1-1.
He looked like he was ready to swing that time at the plate, Gary, but he must have been looking for a different pitch as that fastball just paints the outside corner.
Your team leaders for batting average with runners in scoring position, brought to you by State Farm. Number 1, the Indians. The A's 2nd. Royals held the 3rd spot. The Orioles 4th. And it's the Red Sox number 5.
But both these teams have gotten the job done with runners in scoring position, so the key will be for the pitchers not to put runners in scoring position.
Towards center field. And there's the 3rd out. Tim Hudson with some nice pitching. He's keeping his team in the ball game. Just needs some run support now. And the Athletics coming up next. Bottom of the order to get things started. And we've got Parker batting. He's going to get us started here in the 6th.
10, Carl Parker.
And here's the first one. Swing and a miss on a ball below the knees. Nothing in 1.
Boy, that good late movement down, that cut fastball, unbelievable action on that pitch.
And strike 2. Markham has him right where he wants him. Markham with the delivery. Struck him out. 13 Ks, 1 game.
I just don't think you can make it any easier than that.
3 pitches, up, down, see you later. He's already back at the bench. Base is empty with 1 away. Here's the first pitch. Slider swung on and missed. 0-1.
Well, this one here was no doubt about it. The late break on that slider. I mean, what a devastating pitch, and the hitter just couldn't catch up.
Couldn't pull the trigger in time. He's behind 0-2.
Boy, I tell you what, you throw a cutter with that velocity, that's a great pitch. You understand why the hitter swung late.
Struck him out, and that makes 14 in this game.
Well, K-Cam's going to show us this 12-6 curve. Let's get a better look.
I think the pitcher had him fooled on this one all the way through, John. He wasn't expecting that outside corner delivery.
Well, he just pulled the string on that pitch, and that's good stuff right there.
2 outs and nobody on. First one to Reyes. Here's the pitch. Now here's a grounder towards the hole. Throws on to first in time to retire the side. No scoring here, ending this half inning. Orioles still protecting this lead. We'll have the 6, 7, and 8 hitters coming up next. For those of you just coming on board, Gary Thorne with Steve Phillips and John Kruk, bringing you Major League Baseball on 2K Sports. Harris in the batter's box. He had a single in his last time up. First pitch to him. Takes that one on the inside corner. Strike one.
Oh, Gary, that's a great four-seam fastball, but when you lay it down the heart of the plate, you know you're at risk for the ball getting tattooed. Unfortunately, the hitter didn't swing.
And another foul ball.
Well, the pitcher did exactly what he wanted to do on that 0-2 count. He wanted him to swing the bat, and he did, but he just fouled it off. Great piece of hitting.
Well, he finished that one off with a strikeout. Nice pitch.
K-Cam presents the two-seamer. Take a look.
Explain this one. Headed right down Main Street, and he missed it.
Well, the hitters up here are the best of the best, but they're still human, and this is just going to show you that anybody can swing and miss a pitch down the middle.
This one's grounded hard up the middle. Reyes with Pujols. 2 down.
He could make a video on how to field his position. He gets over and makes it look easy. Solid fundamentals out at first base.
Now with 2 outs, here's the chance for Carlos Beltran. Over 3 at bat. Hit on the ground over to shortstop. Played by Reyes. Throws on to first. Side is retired. Nobody left on base. No runs or hits here in this half inning. Orioles 3, Oakland 1. Things will start getting a little more difficult. Third man in the lineup coming up. And so Albert Pujols leading it off. Had a home run back in the 4th inning.
Albert Pujols.
Markham with the delivery. And that swung on and hit. Worth's going to play it. And that'll retire Pujols. 1 away.
They had him played perfectly. You pitch to your defense. They hit the right spot with the pitcher. The outfielder was where he should be. They make the out.
1 out. Bases empty. Here's the pitch to Griffey Jr. Swings and misses at the fastball. 0-1.
1 out right here, up by 2 in the inning. You want to limit base runners and make plays. Try to eliminate the lead runner, but get outs if you can.
And strike 2. Markham has him right where he wants him. Struck him out. That's 15 Ks.
Well, you take a look at the pitch sequence right there. 3 straight quality strikes.
Well, tight games like this, you get going late. You love to get these outs as quickly as you can.
Well, quickly and efficiently, and the best way to do it is a strikeout. No room for error right there. Gets the big one on 3 pitches.
Here's Rodriguez's first look. This one's pretty well hit to deep left center. 1 bounce onto the wall.
Now a chance to check out where A-Rod ranks in the league. 4th in batting average of runners in scoring position. 8th in RBIs. And as you can tell, he understands baseball. He's a baseball player. Those tough at-bats ranked among the top 15 hitters in on-base percentage. A critical statistic offensively.
Here's the first pitch. And a swinging strike on the first pitch by Markham. 0-1.
Well, offensively here in the 7th inning with 2 outs, you cannot just lay down here and say, well, we'll start it off next inning. You got an out left here in the 7th. See what you can do to generate one. Pick up 1 if you can, and then hope maybe that you can start to finish it off later.
Worth to field this one. And that's out number 3. No runs on a hit, and they'll strand it. Orioles still protecting this lead. Leading it off, Stephen Drew. Drove in a run earlier in the game.
Number 7.
And he starts Drew out.
Drew.
Hit in the air to center field. And that should be a single.
Well, great job right there by the first hitter in this inning to get on base. And you know, a lot of big innings are started with that first guy getting on. And you have 1 or 2 big innings in a game, and that can be the difference in the outcome.
Line drive. And in there, second hit for him in the ball game in his 4th plate appearance.
Now up to the plate.
Well, even though he had 2 hits in the last game, his team lost. But he keeps swinging a bat like this, good things are going to happen.
It's Jason Worth. A great opportunity now for Baltimore. Here's Worth's first look. Swing and a line drive. And that'll put him on another hit. Now the State Farm leaderboard shows us some lineups that have really gotten into the swing of things during the past 10 games. The Orioles number 1, the Red Sox in 2nd, in 3rd the Indians, the A's 4th, number 5 the Royals rounded out.
Both of these teams have been driving the ball over the last 10 games, hitting it out of the ballpark and doing it with the home run.
Catcher can't control it. And here he goes now for 3rd. Here's Hudson's 1-0 pitch. Swung on, hit sharply to first. And he'll step on first for out number 1. And they score him.
A good piece of hitting right there. Listen, he's not a star, but he knows what to do. Good, productive at bat.
Runners at 2nd and 3rd, only 1 away. The pitch. There's a ball hit very high in the air, deep to left field. Say goodbye, a 3-run homer.
Well, you know what? He thought he could command the slider and throw where he wanted to, but he didn't, and he paid for it. Home run. That's a hitting coach dream come true right here. Orioles look unstoppable. They are crushing.
And Ramirez settles in. First pitch. Swing and lined up the middle. And that'll get him aboard. They're on a roll.
Well, when you see a ball as a hitter coming right down the center of the plate and you don't do anything with it, you're very upset with yourself because you feel like you missed a great opportunity. Problem was, this hitter didn't miss it.
And we'll get to see Matt Thornton pitching. He's been brought in to take over for the Athletics.
Well, this was an outstanding performance today. I mean, that's good starting pitching right.
Swing, hot shot. Oh, my, that almost got him. I don't know how he got out of the way.
Well, this is not what you imagine when you go out to make a pitching change. You bring a guy in from out of the bullpen, and the first hitter he faces, he serves up a hit. Let's see if he can get out of this.
And here's the first one. Sliders in there for a called strike. On the ground, played by Pujols. And he steps on first. That's the second out.
They can only get 1 out at first base in this situation, so 2 men now in scoring position.
There's Carlos Beltran now with an RBI chance. Numbers over his career, 255 off the 8th. First pitch a fastball. That's in there for a strike.
This is the go-to pitch for many pitchers in the major league. The fastball down and away. When in doubt, that's where you go.
And it's good. The O's should score. The throw. And that's 2 runs in. And he's on board. Credit him with 2 RBIs on the base hit.
A big 2-out hit right there. That's his 3rd hit of the game so far. This man's doing what he has to do to help his team win.
And it's Stephen Drew now. Swing, a little line drive towards the middle. That'll do it as they put that one away. And what a tremendous output in that inning. This lineup unable to be contained. Baltimore, boy, are they making hay today. This is quite an explosion. Bob Guerin, the manager. And tough decisions, maybe or maybe not. This bench needs some inspiration. You'll try to give it to him. And here's Luke Scott. He's going to lead off here as we go to the 8th. First one to Scott, the delivery. Swing and a drive, deep left center. Play is made.
They followed the advanced scouting reports to a T. They played the outfielders back that time, and he hit it right into the teeth of the defense.
And a swinging strike on the first pitch by Markham, 0-1.
Now, Gary, with one out right here, they still have time in this inning to try to generate some runs. They need to score here in this 8th inning and not leave it all to the 9th.
Hit hard on the ground to short. That's a base hit. Waiters on board.
Now
They tried to go down with that 0-1 pitch, but it gets blasted right back for the base hit.
But the way he went after that in the box, Steve, it looked like he might have been guessing down there.
Well, I'll tell you what, you have to make contact behind in the count. He got a pitch over the heart of the plate, and he took advantage of it.
Swing and a miss on the cutter, 0-1.
Well, as a hitter, if you're looking for something off speed, you don't swing at anything hard. And that's what he did. He wasn't expecting that speed, and he swung late.
Markham with the delivery. Got him. He's set down 16 on K's.
Well, that's what you love to see from a pitcher, setting guys down quickly. Keeps that pitch count down.
1, 2, 3. Can't ask for any more efficiency than that, John.
No, an excellent pitch selection there.
2 outs and a man on first. First pitch on the way. Cut fastball swung on and missed, 0-1.
Gary, I think right now that you've got to consider trading outs for runs if you're pitching. I mean, listen, just keep getting outs right now. The countdown's there. You only need 4 outs left to win this ballgame.
And it holds at 0-2. Got him. That's number 17 today. No runs on a base hit. They leave one man on at first. Orioles still out in front. And if you are just coming on board, Gary Thorne, Steve Phillips, John Kruk, as we bring you Major League Baseball here on 2K Sports. Hard grounded to short. So Roberts is down.
Right fielder, number 33.
And Worth's batting. Had a couple of hits, 4 trips to the plate. 1 out, nobody on. Here's the first pitch. Watches a fastball that's in there. 0-1.
Nobody on base right now with 1 out.
A swing and a fly ball in the left center field. This one's going to be fielded by Scott. And he meanders over to put it away.
Left fielder, number 69.
And Bush is in the box. Grounded out last time. Base is empty with 2 outs. Here it comes. Picked up by Pujols. He's out at first base. Nice play on the cover.
That's a well-executed play right there, Gary. He hustled over, got to first base, and touched the bag.
Thought he might have had a strikeout there, but he's involved in the out anyway. No strikeouts, but to talk about confidence, 4 pitches, 3 batters gone. He has to be very pleased right now riding this one out.
Now, Gary, I think you're losing a little something here. I don't think this guy's nearly as solid defensively as the one he's replacing, so interesting move.
First one to Reyes. Here's the pitch. Swings a little early that time, 0-1.
Well, a non-save situation right here in the 9th inning, and they just want to get outs right now. Try to get the first out of the inning. Take away hope as the other team needs to score a bunch of runs. You get an out, you could really deflate them.
He got another one. That's 18 in the game. Struck him out on 3 pitches. That gets it done in a hurry.
Well, efficient and in control. When you have those 2 things working for you, you're going to get it done.
And it's Albert Pujols now with 1 away. And a home run back in the 4th inning. First pitch to Pujols. 0-1. Strike two. Now no balls, 2 strikes. Pujols needs to protect that strike zone.
Well, that pitch right there, he just blew it right by the hitter. Swung late.
And he struck him out. 19. Unbelievable.
Number 20.
His pitches complement one another. They work off of each other, and he used a tremendous sequence right there. 1, 2, 3, strike out, see you later.
Strike one. Can't catch up with it. 0-2.
Well, that's just textbook pitching right there. Exactly where you want to put the breaking ball. Either keep it down at the knees or even bounce it in the dirt if you have to get the hitter to swing over top of it. That's what he did there. Great pitch.
What a game.
Well, Baltimore with an absolutely dominating performance in this one today, Gary.
Now we get a recap of one of the outstanding individuals. He's our Pepsi clutch performer, Brian Roberts, showing us how it's done.
Well, anytime you get a 2-hit game, you have to be very happy, especially the way it's going to boost your batting average. But the bottom line is those 2 hits were the reason why this team won the game, and it shows because he's our Pepsi clutch performer.
Steve, it seemed like they knew from the get-go they had it. This was going to be their day, and they were right.
Now, you and I like the close games just because there's a little more intrigue for all 9 innings, but the hometown fans, they like the offensive explosion and the big win.
I guess it's that time again. We wrap up this 2K Sports broadcast of MLB. For John, Steve, our entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Gary Thorne. Adieu, adieu.
Yes, all right, everyone. The one and only Mark Patrick say thanks for watching, folks. Another great game here from 2K Sports Classics here in 2023. This game's still good. Came out in 2010. There's no doubt in my mind. I love this game. It's Major League Baseball, folks. I hope you're enjoying the games and playing tournament. We'll see you next time.